Most people buying a Philips Super Automatic right now are going to spend either too little or too much. The 3200 is going to disappoint you in 6 months. The 5400 has a feature most owners never use that adds $200 to the price. There is one tier in the middle that is the actual buy. I'm going to show you exactly which one and why in order with no fluff. Here is what we are going to cover. The one thing the 3200 cannot do that matters every single morning. The two features that separate the 4400 from the 3200 and whether you actually need them. The 5400 feature that sounds impressive in the showroom and dies in your real kitchen. Then a head-to-head against the semi-automatic alternative at the same price. By the end of this video, you will know which Philips to buy or whether to skip Philips entirely. A super automatic does 4 things in one machine. It grinds the bean fresh, it doses the grounds, it tamps and brews under pressure, it steams or froths the milk. The entire chain happens behind one button. The reason you pay $1,000 instead of $300 is that the grinder and the brew unit are built into the same chassis, and that chassis has to survive 10,000 cycles without breaking. The cheaper the tier, the fewer options you have in that chain. The more expensive the tier, the more software gets layered on top of the same mechanical guts. This is the trick. The mechanical guts of the 3200, 4400, and 5400 are largely the same. You are paying for screen, milk system, and presets. Most of those presets are theater. The 3200 is the entry into the LatteGo line. It pulls a real shot, it steams real milk, it will make a flat white that beats the average cafe in your neighborhood. For around $600 on sale, that is a serious value. Here is what it does not do. It has no aroma extract knob with meaningful range. The strength settings are coarse. The user profiles are limited. If 2 people in your household drink coffee differently, you will be poking buttons every morning to reset it. The deal breaker for me is the brew temperature. The 3200 brews a touch under what you want for a medium roast. You can taste it. Light roasts come out hollow. If you only drink dark, the 3200 is fine. If you order anything described as fruity or floral, skip it. The 4400 adds the things you actually feel every day. Higher brew temperature range. 4 user profiles, so your partner's Americano does not erase your espresso strength. A finer grind setting on the burrs. A better LatteGo carafe seal. For an extra $150 to $200 over the 3200, you get a machine that handles light, medium, and dark roasts without you fighting the menu. You also get longevity. The 4400 is rated for more daily cycles before service. This is the tier I recommend for almost everybody. Not the cheapest, not the most expensive. The one that disappears into your kitchen and makes the cup you want without you thinking about it. The 5400 adds 2 things over the 4400. A bigger touch display with more drink presets, and a milk carafe with a slightly more refined microfoam. The bigger display is a showroom feature. After 2 weeks, you press the same 2 buttons every morning, the same way you press the same 2 apps on your phone. You did not buy a more capable machine. You bought a nicer menu for the same shot. The microfoam difference is real but small. If you make a single flat white a day, you will not notice. If you make 4 lattes a day for a family, you might. Here is the test. Do you currently steam milk on a separate wand and judge texture by eye? If yes, the 5400 might give you a small upgrade. If no, the 5400 is $200 for a screen. At the 4400 price point, around $800 to $900, you have a real alternative. A Breville Bambino plus a separate burr grinder like the DF54 or the Baratza Encore ESP. That setup pulls a measurably better espresso because the grinder is bigger, the burrs are wider, and the brew head has more direct pressure control. The trade-off is workflow. Bean to cup on the 4400 is 1 button. Bean to cup on the Bambino plus a grinder is 4 steps and a knockbox. If you drink 1 espresso a day alone and you enjoy the ritual, the semi-automatic route wins on taste. If you make 3 drinks every morning for a household and you want to leave the kitchen in 5 minutes, the 4400 wins by a wide margin. I run both. The semi-automatic on weekends, the super automatic on Tuesday at 6:45 a.m. when I have a 7 a.m. call. Every super automatic needs the brew unit pulled out once a week and rinsed. Every super automatic needs descaling every 2 to 3 months. The 3200, 4400, and 5400 share the same brew unit, so the maintenance is identical. What changes by tier is how loud the machine is about reminding you. The 5400 nags you on the screen. The 3200 just flashes a light you will ignore. Buy whichever tier you will actually maintain. A neglected 5400 is worse than a maintained 3200. The 4400 is the buy. It clears the temperature problem of the 3200. It avoids the screen tax of the 5400. It handles every roast level, every household, and every workflow I have thrown at it for the last 14 months. If your budget is under $600, get the 3200 and accept the temperature limit. Drink darker roasts. If your budget is over $1,200, do not buy the 5400. Take that money and buy the 4400 plus a Niche Zero or a DF64 grinder and start pulling shots on a separate machine on the weekends. You will get a better cup and a more interesting hobby. If you are between $600 and $1,200, buy the 4400. There is no second option in that bracket I recommend. The full buying guide with current prices, the bean pairings that work best on Philips burrs, and the descaling fluid I actually use is on the Substack. Link is in the description. Free. Next video on this channel is the one nobody making espresso content wants to admit. Why your $1,000 machine tastes worse than a $300 one. It is about the grinder. Most people get the priority backward and waste $1,000 finding out. Subscribe. Long form Monday, shorts midweek. The full espresso stack and the supplement protocol are on the Substack. See you in the grinder video.